Neo, this is young Morpheus on the Broadway, on the Junction. You know, I'm beginning to think I might be like the Johnny Cage of this business card shit. Man, that's two stories in one comment. Yo, imagine a brave new world where it's illegal for one man to, fry his fries in the fry cooker, to swipe the customer's merchandise across the cashier scale. Imagine, Neo, a world where an artist, a crafter, cannot practice their craft because agents are all around denying their creative intent. This is young Morpheus. I'm just fucking doing what I do. Neo, seriously, imagine a world where it's illegal for a person to take a photograph of a fucking window. Imagine how crazy that would be, Neo. A world like that to live in. Neo, imagine. Like, how psychotic would that be? Like, what kind of personality disorder shift would that make? You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone was creating the rules of the world, right, and you had one rule where it was cool to take pictures of windows in the, like the stained glass on the windows, and then you had another world where it's like, oh, it's illegal to take pictures of windows. What kind of a psycho will make the rules so for a world where it's illegal to take pictures of windows? Like, what kind of psycho will be responsible for those rules windows? Neo, what kind of fucking personality disorder is that? What is that? Neo, you know how, like, in Japan, I'm talking about, like, the Meiji Restoration era. I'm talking about old school Japan, Neo. Remember when they tried to, like, ban swords and shit? I feel like we're entering a society where they're about to ban, like, fucking, oh, you can't take pictures of windows. Oh, we're gonna fucking stop that shit. It's illegal now. So I'm just saying, Neo. Don't fucking get mad at me, Neo. I'm just saying, I feel like it might be illegal in the future for fucking people to take pictures of windows. For some reason, I don't know why. Neo, jealousy is a fucking dangerous drug. It's a dangerous pill to swallow, Neo. Like, never in my life would I thought I would see an individual jealous of a fucking window. Damn, what's the world coming to, Neo? When jealousy is just like, you're so jealous that you're jealous of a window? A stained window. The window wasn't even clean, Neo. It was like dirty as fuck. Hey, Neo, sometimes when you're taking pictures of windows and people think like, oh, I'm taking a picture of you, but not really, because you're taking a picture of a window. Hold on, I forgot what I was saying. Hey, Neo. Young Morpheus, riding the fucking, what train am I? I don't know. I'm riding the fucking train, Neo. Piggybacking off my earlier comments about the illegality of fucking taking photos of windows. Neo, imagine if I was taking a photo of a person. Neo, it'd be retarded of a person to get mad at their photo being taken because they're being filmed all the time anyway. So, like, you have to be a real retard to be mad at a photo. Neo, I'm just saying. Like, everybody is being recorded 24/7. If you didn't know, now you know. I mean, I'm not big or anything, but damn, come on, read a book. This is young Morpheus, whatever, man.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Neo, bear with me for a second here. Just calm down and bear with me, right? Imagine you're taking a photo of a window, right? And, like, the controversiality of your photo was so hot, you almost get jumped by, like, 3 different people, Neo. Now, don't you think that photo would be worth some money? I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the photo itself has to be worth something because of all the drama that it caused. A window, Neo. It wasn't even clean, it was dirty. So, just, like, I just want to hear your opinion. Do you think that photo should be worth money? If it ever gets printed, which it will be, it's definitely going to get printed, Neo. It wasn't before, but it's definitely fucking happening now. Yo, Neo, I'm just saying, how broken does your soul have to be jealous of a dirty window? I'm just thinking, like, of all the things in the world to be jealous about, Neo. You could be jealous about money. You could be jealous about cars. You could be jealous about, because this guy has a better comp than you do. You could be jealous of like shoes. Like this guy's wearing a suit and it looks like an expensive jacket with a nice watch underneath. It's like a gold watch underneath the jacket. All the things you could be fucking jealous about. And motherfuckers want to be jealous about a dirty window. I don't know, Neo, man. I don't know, man. I just don't know anymore. Young Morpheus making jokes and shit. Are jokes illegal now too? Who knows? I'm just saying, Neo, my phone must be fucking special, something special, because, or, I don't know, there was something special about the window, I guess, because, like, I know no one could ever be jealous of me, Neo, because, unlike most people, I don't have fancy clothes, I don't have any money, I don't have a house, so I know no one could be jealous of me, Neo. Like, it's impossible. Man, there's something about that window, though. I wish I had what that window had, Neo. I know that window was dirty and shit, but I wish I had like 1% of what that window had going on, because I don't got none of that, Neo. So I can't imagine anyone being jealous of me for any reason. Young Morpheus, man, I'm almost there. Neo, imagine being fucking dumb enough to get jealous over like someone who's worth less than a fucking dirty window, Neo. How fucking stupid would you have to be to get you to, to be jealous of an individual that's worth less than a dirty window? Neo, I can't even imagine. Who would be so stupid, Neo? Why? What's going on? Neo, man, this world, these people, I don't know, Neo, these fucking retarded. But, this is Young Morpheus. Yo, Neo, alright, so I'm back in the studio right now. So, now that I'm away from the drama, all that shit I was talking a lot of shit just because the dude in question was sitting like right next to me. So I'm gonna talk a lot of shit about the situation before I get out of there. So that's what that was. Now that I'm in the studio, let me tell you the fucking story of how this all went down. So like recently we had talks about my photography. I told you, even though I'm a super outgoing person when I want to be, even, I have my limitations when it comes to social artistic things. One of them being photography, stuff of that nature, crowd work basically. And since then I've been testing the waters, so to speak, jumping in the deep end of the pool, doing more crowd work in terms of photography, just getting it out there. And Neo, man, let me tell you, the crowd fucking loves this shit, dude. 90% success rate. Actually, I'll say 99% success rate. Everybody is going wild over these pictures, except for 1% of the people. Guess what team it is, Neo? Guess what team? Neo, I'm not gonna say it's Team American Black. That's too broad of a system. Because even members of Team American Black like what I'm doing, man. They're coming out of the woodwork to get their pictures taken. It's fucking crazy. But, you have within Team American Black, you have some demographics. They're getting real jealous, man. They're getting real jealous of the Photoshop skills that I've been displaying. Guess what gender it is, Neo? Oh yeah, man. It's the D's nuts gender, Neo. It's the D's nuts, man. They're getting fucking jealous. They're getting super jealous, man. I've been noticing it. You snap the pictures, you post the pictures, it gets some praise, it gets some airway, and the people are like oogling, they're ogling, and then they're like, oh man, I kind of want my picture taken, and it becomes a thing. It becomes like a cult classic situation, right? So that's basically the atmosphere, right? I have just created a cult classic situation in terms of my particular brand of photography. And I noticed, man, some demographics around me, they're getting kind of antsy, man. They're getting kind of like fidgety because no one's paying attention to them anymore. Not like anyone was to begin with. So of course the popularity gets to a climax today. I'm just like all over the place today, man. Like artistically, I'm like Bruce Lee, and man, I'm just flowing like I'm a fucking river, man. I'm all over here just snapping this, snapping that, posting this, posting that, and like the fucking crowd is going wild, man. They're loving it. They want more of it. But of course, you know, some of these pictures I'm taking, Neo, some of these pictures, they're of pretty ladies, Neo. They're of pretty ladies. And you know who gets jealous of pretty ladies, Neo? You know who especially gets jealous when I and myself are associated with pretty ladies? Team These Nuts. So I'm making my way, you know, through Broadway Junction like I do, minding my business, yada yada yada. It's going smooth for me, man. No one's talking to me, no one's bothering me, just how I like it. I'm just like ghosting through this bitch, like, oh man, this is nice, right? And so I get to the area of the platform where my train is supposed to be. As I'm going down the stairs, a figure catches my eye to the right. A window, Neo. But not just any window. This window is special. I walk down the stairs thinking nothing of it. But then, you know, I'm thinking, you know what, man? I gotta think differently. I'm supposed to be going all out. I'm supposed to be upgrading my photography skills. I can't be passing up opportunities. If I see an opportunity, I gotta fucking take it. I gotta strike. And strike, Neo, is what I fucking did. So I walk back up the stairs. Creepy, Neo. I'm creeping up these stairs as if TLC was singing about me. So I'm creeping up these stairs, and I'm like halfway up the stairs to where I'm in front of the guardrails. So there's like one row to my left, one row to my right. In the middle of this triptych, Neo, is the fucking window. The window of legend. The stained glass window of legend. And I'm like, this is the perfect shot. Unfortunately, within my perfect shot were a couple of fucking bozos. Now, I'm not gonna blame the bozos in my shot, Neo. They weren't really the problem. The problem was the agitator. This dude on the far right of me, man. This big guy, sloppy guy, bald guy, man. Team American black guy. Obviously, man. And like a true snitch, he yells out, "Hey, man, you're being real creepy right now." Yada, yada, yada. I mean, number one, I thought this was New York. I thought you're supposed to be minding your business. I thought this was like, you know, almost Brooklyn. What the fuck is wrong with you? I told him all this, but no, you know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is just my thought process. This is my thought process at the moment, right? And, you know, I'm like just ignoring this guy, because I could talk to him, but he's fucking not worth it. So I'm just really ignoring him and trying to get my shot. Eventually, though, the temptation to talk shit is too much, and I just started to let him have it, man. I'm just like, you know, yada, 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 yada. I know why he's there, Neo. He's just there to disrupt my shot, and the mission is to get my shot and not let him disrupt what is going to be a future masterpiece. But this guy, man, he's like a snitch like I've never seen. He's a snitch beyond snitches, man. He's like, if there was a Super Saiyan level for snitchery, this dude would be Super Saiyan of the snitches, man, because he yells out to the people that are in my shot, "Hey, he's taking a picture of your girl." Trigger word, man. He's yelling all the trigger words. He's gaslighting the fuck out of this dude in the red jacket, which you will see soon, because fuck him. So anyway, he's gaslighting this dude in the red jacket, right? He's like, "Oh, he's taking pictures of your girl, yada, yada, yada." And the dude in the red jacket, he walks over to me. I guess he thought I was supposed to run away or something, but I stood my ground. I'm from Texas, you know, that's what we do. So anyway, he walks over to me and he's like, what are you doing, man?" And I'm like, "I'm taking a picture." And he's like, "Well, what are you taking a picture of me for?" And I'm like, "I'm not taking a picture of you, man." And he's like, "What are you taking a picture of?" And I'm like, "Look." And I point towards the window. It's an old joke that we Northerners kind of do up here. So I'm pointing towards the window, right? And he fucking takes the bait and he looks at the window like a fucking jackass. And he's like, I don't see any. He's totally disregarding all my words at this point, because at this point he's trying to create a nigga moment. You know what a nigga moment is. So at this point, all logic has gone out the window for this guy. Even though I'm speaking complete logic to him, I'm like, "Do you see this window right there that I'm pointing at? Do you see what's in the window? That's my object. You mean nothing to me. You and your girlfriend both mean nothing to me. But once again, he's trying to create a nigga moment. So like, all that is going out the window. This dude is out for blood. I think he was a blood, possibly. I don't want to make assumptions, but if the duck quacks, you know what I'm saying, Neo? If the duck quacks. So he's disregarding all my logic and all my theory at this point. At this point, this dude is really just wants to make a big name for himself, and he's going to do it no matter what. So in the middle of my explanation, I guess my like scientific words were too much for him. He couldn't handle all the logic and the theory that I was throwing at him. Pow, man, with the quick snap of his wrist, he knocks my phone out of my hand. Luckily, my phone is built for much worse, so no cracks or anything of that nature. You know, at that point, I just pick up my phone and I'm like, oh hell, I'm definitely taking a picture of this shit now. And thus began the photo wars of Broadway Junction. So I pick up my phone, man, and I start just taking shot after shot. I'm like fucking automatic at this point. Oh, I'm taking a picture of this motherfucker. I'm taking a picture of that motherfucker. What else do you don't want me to take a picture? Because right now it's fucking going down. I'm taking a picture of everything you don't want me to take a picture of, even though that was not my original intention. That is now my sole mission, because that's what you asked for, and I'm about to give it to you. Hot and ready. Like Little Caesars, man. Hot and ready. So I think at this point the cops, they come down and they're like, oh, come on, man, just leave, you know, just go downstairs, you know, don't start anything, even though, you know, I'm the fucking victim in the whole situation. But I get it, man. I'm cool with the cops. I'm cool with the NYPD. So I'm like, all right, you guys, I'm not trying to cause a commotion here. I'm gonna go down the stairs. So I go down the stairs, right? I go down the stairs. I make sure to take some more pictures just because at this moment I'm definitely on team fucking, and I'm waving my flag proudly, man. I'm waving it proudly, man. So I spend about maybe 10 to 15 seconds downstairs, and then guess where I go, Neo? Guess where I fucking go after that? If you guess back up the stairs, Neo, you know me well and you are correct, because I fucking headed back up the stairs and I just started taking more pictures in that general direction. And so I fucking walked up to the guy who had issues with me. I'm taking pictures of this guy. I walk all the way up to the window, taking pictures of the window. I'm walking all around the station, man, just taking pictures of everything. These dudes are just fucking looking dumbstruck at this point. They're just like yakety yakking at this point. They're like fucking two dogs just barking at this point. And I'm just like, alright, you guys, bark away. These pictures are being took. You're gonna see, man, I got a whole fucking gallery of this shit. It's fucking phenomenal. All the while, this dude is like, oh man, you're so lucky. If the police weren't here, I would have beat your ass a long time ago, yada yada yada. And I'm like, dude, you're welcome to do it. I'm not gonna stop you. Honestly, I'm not gonna stop you. If you want to beat my ass, feel free to do so. Many people have done it before you, better than you, and I'm sure it will be done again in the future. So you're just another on a long line list, you know, people who potentially could beat my ass. What's the big idea? What's the big deal? I'm cool with it. Are you cool with it? So, you know, I'm literally agreeing with this dude. I'm like, yeah, man, you could totally kick my ass. Sure, I believe you. And I'm, you know, cool, whatever. You're gonna do it? And, of course, nothing gets done. Not, you know, that I'll expect anything to happen, but, you know, still. I mean, gosh. Then I think at this point, the dude in the red jacket starts chiming in, and he's like, oh, I beat your ass too, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yo, okay, well, I'll one-up you. How about you just fucking kill me instead of beat my ass? That would take care of the problem super big, because then you wouldn't have to worry about me coming back in the future. You know, you could make sure, like, the job was done for all, end all, be all, if you fucking kill me at this moment, at this time. Of course, you know, people talk a lot of shit, but they're not gonna do shit. Like I said yesterday, man, these kids today, trying to act gangster this, gangster that, puffing out the chest, this and that. They'll do it to people who they think they can get away with it, like, you know, innocent photographers like me. But they won't go after a real target, just like I said yesterday. So I'm already, you know, ahead of the game at this point. So anyway, you know, by the way, the fucking challenge is still on. If you think you can kill me, go for it, because many people have tried before you. I'm still fucking talking shit to this day. So the legend goes. So anyway, that happens. I guess this dude is trying to catch his train. At this point, he realizes maybe I'm not worth the trouble. And so he goes downstairs, and the big guy goes downstairs. Then I go downstairs. And so the big guy is next to my favorite spot in Broadway Junction. In Broadway Junction, man, there's this telephone booth. You know I'm with my Matrix shit, right? So every time I see a fucking telephone booth, I take a picture. So of course I'm gonna chill by my favorite spot, Neil. I don't give a fuck if this fat dude is, you know, this instigator is sitting there. I'm not gonna let him ruin my favorite spot, Neil. So I'm like just standing where he is, just inches away. Literally inches away, Neil. Inches. And at this moment, this is why I told you earlier, I might be the Johnny Cage of business cards, because I take out a business card, right? All my information, my picture, everything. If you wanted to find me, so easy to find me with all this information on this card. Bam! I drop the card face down like a fucking trap card. Like my name is fucking Yugi Moto and this bitch is Seto Kaiba. And I'm like, bam, trap card, bitch. And so on the back of my trap card is a smiley face, it's my email address, it's my number, and it says, thanks for your consideration. I just fucking leave it there, because I'm just like, if you really want to get me, here you go, man. And that was that. Earlier, this dude, the same dude, he was saying earlier, oh man, you're so stupid for talking all this shit, because we're going to get on the same train, and if the police weren't here, yakety yakety yak. So I made this wish a reality. I made sure, not only to get on the same train, I made sure to get on the same car. I made sure to get on the same car as this guy, Neil. I wasn't trying to start anything, Neil. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm like a fucking djinn sometimes. I like to make wishes happen for people. I like to make people's greatest wishes happen. At the moment this was his greatest wish, I was feeling fucking generous. I granted him his wish, Neil. That's what I do. So I'm on the same train, same car with this guy, and you remember all those fucking messages. In the future, Neil, you're gonna receive some messages from me. You're gonna hear some messages about me talking a lot of shit on the train. You'll probably piece it together after you hear this, but that's the individual I was talking to, mere inches away from me, you know. Just fucking, I'm going in on this guy, man, because I have to at this point. At this point, it's become a thing, and, you know, the comedy is not gonna let this guy get away. You know, some people believe in karma. Neil, I believe in comedy. And comedy was like, kill this motherfucker. So I did, man. I had to. So on a comedy scale, Neil, I just let it happen. I ripped into him. You know, I made sure to give him one big hoorah as I left the train. And that was it, man. That is the story of the Broadway Junction photography wars. I guess now this is going to be a fucking situation. I'm gonna have to turn this into a video. I'm gonna have to make a fucking diss track. I'm gonna have to go above and beyond, because now it's the thing. And you know, yeah, I had a lot of fun, and hopefully these guys have a lot of fun with their fucking pictures being all over the fucking internet, because it's definitely going down to this point. Neo, this is Young Morpheus, I'm in the studio, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And that album that I talked about yesterday, the ER edition where I almost got arrested, oh, that's about to happen in 3, 2, 1.
Tiger style.
Tiger style. Yo.
Boom, boom. Drive slow, homie.
Mic check. Mic check.
Mike Jack!
They shooting.
Regular.